Harlan, was that Dillon Brooks underneath the basket?
Wow. All I could see was ice. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't see him. It was too icy. Okay.
Man. Bling, bling.
Dillon Brooks did the pettiest thing in the NBA this week. He bought a courtside seat at a Lakers playoff game just to laugh at LeBron James in person. The man does not even play for the Thunder. He just showed up to soak in the moment. The cameras caught him sitting there with iced-out chains, smiling through every single Lakers struggle. Quick one for the comments. Is this the pettiest move in recent NBA memory, or has Dillon Brooks just earned his villain status for life? And how many of you would actually pay for a courtside seat at someone else's playoff game just to troll your rival? Dillon Brooks does not get tired. He does not run out of fuel. He does not let a beef die just because the calendar moves forward. The man holds grudges the way most people hold passwords. He keeps them locked in, never forgets them, and pulls them out at the most inconvenient times for the other party involved. The latest example might be the funniest thing the NBA has produced this entire postseason.
The outlet on and picks up the Thunder foul.
Well, we've seen an aggressive LeBron James.
The Lakers were playing Game 4 against the Thunder. Their season was on the line. They were down 3-0 in the series. The crowd at Crypto.com Arena was nervous. The broadcast was nervous. The Lakers bench was nervous. The only person in the entire building who looked relaxed and happy was Dillon Brooks. Not on the bench, not on the team, not even in the same conference standings race anymore. He flew in from his current life with the Phoenix Suns, bought himself a courtside seat, and parked himself down to watch LeBron James possibly get swept out of the playoffs in person.
And also, too, as we continue to talk about on all our broadcasts together, it's the team that brings...
That is petty on a level that requires real planning. Booking the flight, booking the hotel, confirming the ticket, picking the outfit, iced-out chains visible from the broadcast camera angle, smile loaded and ready for every Lakers possession that ended badly. This was not a casual fan attending a game. This was a planned trolling operation, executed with the precision of a man who has been waiting years to enjoy a moment exactly like this one. Let's go back to where this whole story started, because the history matters. Dillon Brooks and LeBron James have been at odds since the first round of the 2023 playoffs. The Memphis Grizzlies were the higher seed. The Lakers were the lower seed. Brooks decided he was going to make life uncomfortable for LeBron in every possible way. Trash talk, hard fouls, verbal jabs through the media, a whole campaign built around getting under the skin of the four-time MVP.
And when they started making a run.
There are some people, the Lakers are making that run, they get it to 14. You and LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that. I was expecting him to do that Game 4, Game 5. He wanted to say something when I got my fourth foul. He should have been saying that earlier on. But I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
The famous quote from that series is still living rent-free in the heads of Lakers fans everywhere. Brooks told reporters after a game that LeBron was old. He said he did not care. He said he was waiting for LeBron to come at him because he pokes bears. He said he does not respect anyone until they come and give him 40 points. That entire press conference moment lit up the basketball world. Brooks was a role player at the time. He was talking to one of the biggest stars in the sport like the dynamic was equal. Most players in the league would never dream of saying something like that publicly. Brooks said it casually, smiled, and walked off. The Lakers ended up winning that series in 6 games. LeBron took to Instagram afterward and posted that famous line about a grizzly bear in the forest. "If you ever see me fighting a grizzly bear, help the bear." That line was supposed to be the final word. That line was supposed to bury Brooks under the punchline of his own beef. That line worked for about a week. Then Brooks went right back to running his mouth. He did not learn the lesson the Lakers fans wanted him to learn. He pocketed the loss and kept the rivalry alive in his own head. Fast forward to last December. Brooks did another media availability and dropped another quote that lived for months. He said LeBron likes people who bow down. He said he does not bow down. That is the kind of line that gets remembered. That is the kind of line that gets put on graphics and shared on basketball Twitter for weeks. Brooks knows how to deliver a soundbite. He is one of the best in the league at packaging trash talk into quotable form. Then this postseason happened. The Suns had a rough run. They got bounced by the Thunder in the first round. the same Thunder team that was now busy dismantling the Lakers in the second round. Brooks had nothing left to do basketball-wise. His season was over. His team was on the golf course. Most players in that situation go on vacation. Maybe a beach, maybe a private island, maybe their hometown. Brooks decided his vacation destination was a courtside seat at a Lakers playoff game, specifically so he could watch LeBron James possibly lose his season in person. The cameras caught him in the second quarter of Game 4, iced out, smiling, comfortable, living his best life. The broadcast crew noticed.
Did we just spot a villain, Kevin Harlan? Was that Dillon Brooks underneath the basket?
Wow.
All I could see was ice.
Kevin Harlan and the rest of the booth had a brief side conversation about whether they had just spotted a villain courtside. They could not stop laughing about it. The whole moment got captured on television in real time. By the time the second half started, the clip was already viral. The optics for the Lakers are devastating. The Thunder were already winning the game. The Thunder were already up 3-0 in the series. The Thunder were already getting praised by every analyst in the league for how dominant they have looked in this run. The Lakers were already getting roasted on Inside the NBA, on every podcast, in every comment section, on every sports talk show. Now there is also a former rival sitting courtside laughing at the whole thing. The Lakers cannot even lose in privacy. They have to lose in front of a guy who has been waiting since 2023 to get this exact moment. There is also the basketball stuff happening on the floor that Brooks was enjoying so much. LeBron has been visibly frustrated for most of this series. The whistle complaints, the arguments with referees, the slow walks back on defense after no calls, the fourth quarter disappearances, the 18-point loss in Game 2, the Game 3 loss where he shot 36.8% from the field and scored only 4 points in the fourth quarter. Now Game 4 was unfolding with the Lakers trailing at halftime 49-45 and the offense looking confused once again. The whole series has been a slow march toward elimination. Brooks had a front row seat for the closing argument. The broadcast crew also slipped in some real basketball context during Brooks's cameo moment. They pointed out that LeBron is averaging only 3 free throw attempts a game in this series. 3. The previous round against Houston, he was averaging closer to 8. So somehow, against the defending champion Thunder, the 4-time MVP cannot get to the line. The crew tried to spin it as the Thunder bringing more physicality and dictating how the game gets called, which is true. The Thunder do bring more physicality. The Thunder do set the tone defensively from the first possession. The team that starts the game with physical intensity tends to get the benefit of the calls all the way through. That was a moment of accidental honesty from the broadcast. The Thunder are simply tougher than the Lakers in this series. They get to set the tone. They get to dictate the pace. They get to control how the officials see the game. The Lakers come into every game looking like they want the whistle to bail them out. The whistle does not bail anyone out in the second round against a team like the Thunder. The whistle goes to the team playing the harder, more aggressive style. Brooks knows this. Brooks built his career on physical defense and physical play. Brooks is sitting courtside watching the Lakers run into the exact problem he has been pointing out about LeBron for years. The body is older. The whistle is harder to earn. The game has gotten physical at a level the Lakers cannot match. The aggressive LeBron James moments early in the game were the broadcast's way of trying to spin the narrative. They cut to a clip of him driving into the paint against multiple defenders and getting a foul call. The booth praised his preparation. They praised his focus. They talked about how he does not cheat himself, how he stays ready for every moment regardless of the score. It was the kind of broadcast filler designed to keep the audience emotionally invested in a series that has been over for a while. Meanwhile, the camera kept cutting back to Brooks courtside, smiling like a man who had been told his lottery numbers were about to be called. The Lakers fans in the building were not happy about the cameo. The replies online have been brutal. People are asking how an arena security team allowed a known LeBron rival to sit in such a visible position. People are joking about the Lakers organization paying him to leave. People are pointing out that a Suns player flew in specifically to enjoy the Lakers losing, and that says more about the state of the Lakers brand than anything an analyst could write. The truth is, the Lakers can do nothing about it. Brooks is a paying customer. He bought a ticket. The seat is his for the night. He can sit wherever he wants and react however he wants. The team cannot ban him. The team cannot move him. The team cannot ask him to dim his iced-out chains or wipe the smile off his face. Brooks earned this moment with years of beef. He is collecting the receipts in person now. There is also the broader story of how Brooks has positioned himself in the league. He is not a superstar. He is not an all-star. He is not even a top 50 player in the league by most measurements. What he is one of the most marketable villains in the sport. His brand is built on being the guy who talks trash to bigger stars and lives to tell about it. He has gotten paid handsomely on multiple contracts because teams understand that his particular brand of toughness has real value in playoff series. Brooks is the kind of player you hate when he plays against your team and love when he plays for your team. That is a very specific role, and Brooks has mastered it. His decision to sit courtside at this game is the latest chapter in that brand-building exercise. Every camera shot of him laughing is free advertising. Every clip of him in iced-out chains is content. Every conversation his cameo sparks on basketball Twitter is engagement. Brooks understands the modern attention economy better than most stars in the league. He turned a free agent contract negotiation into a multi-year payday, largely on the back of his villain reputation. He turned a Lakers playoff game he was not even part of into a viral moment that will follow him for the rest of his career. The funny part is that Brooks has actually been ahead of the basketball world on the LeBron stuff for a while. Back in 2023, when he called LeBron old, the basketball world treated him like he was being disrespectful. The basketball world treated him like he had crossed a line. The basketball world rallied around LeBron and dunked on Brooks for daring to say it out loud. 3 years later, the same basketball world is openly discussing whether LeBron is too old to compete at this level. Charles Barkley is making cowboy boot jokes. Kwame Brown is dragging him on his podcast. Redick is publicly complaining about the whistle to deflect from his own coaching. Every conversation about the Lakers right now ends with some version of the same question. Is the 41-year-old version of LeBron still capable of carrying a team in the second round? Brooks asked that question publicly years ago. Now the entire sport is asking it. Brooks gets to sit courtside and watch his original take get validated in real time. The LeBron camp has gone quiet about Brooks specifically. 3 years ago, LeBron had time for the back and forth. He posted the grizzly bear caption. He took the jabs personally. He used the rivalry as fuel during the postseason. Now the dynamic has flipped. Brooks is no longer the underdog poking at a giant. Brooks is the survivor sitting on the porch watching the giant get carried out of the league. The roles have completely reversed. LeBron probably wishes Brooks would say something dumb in the media so he could fire back with a clever Instagram caption. Brooks does not need to say anything anymore. The cameras are already telling the story for him. That's the breakdown. Hit the like button if Dillon Brooks pulled off the best petty move of the postseason. Subscribe so the next playoff drama lands right in your feed. Drop your take in the comments and let me know who wins this rivalry long term. The Lakers are losing. Brooks is winning. The cameras don't lie. See you next time.